So how do you find profitable keywords using Publisher Rocket when you're trying to research for books to publish with Amazon KDP? Well, in this video, I'm going to try and keep it as simplified as I can, walk you through some of the steps, and ensure that if you haven't checked out my full 30-minute tutorial about Publisher Rocket, just check out the link below and I'll provide that in there as well. And also, you can check out the details for the free guide that I've got for Publisher Rocket. And again, before we get going, there's a heap of different links that you can use for Publisher Rocket across keywords, categories, their free Amazon ads course as well. Anyway, let's get into this presentation where I want to run through how I search for profitable keywords using Publisher Rocket to help you find the best keywords for your books, for your titles, subtitles, and 7 back-end keywords. Let's get into it right now. One of the things that I think you should use when you're doing your niche research or your keyword research is to have some sort of spreadsheet where you can track your information. So I've got this one that I've made up. It's got either niche or main keyword, which is at the top here. We've got a keyword list. We've got whether it's a long or short tail keyword. So just think of a short tail keyword as in it could be word search puzzle book for seniors. Actually, it's even more of a longer term keyword. It could be word search seniors. That could be a short tail keyword. So long tail keywords usually consist of about 4 or 5 words or even more. Short tail keywords might be just 2 or 3 words. Then you've got the average BSR ranking, so the average ranking on Amazon. You've got your search results, which might be as applicable. So you might have some little notes in there. And then I sometimes include the number of books under 150,000 BSR on the first page. So that's some of the information I'm doing. I have my little rules that I might have. I might include some titles that might be standing out. I might like to include 7 back-end keywords that I might like to look further into as well. And I've also got some websites and other information. So I'm happy to also provide this as a free download. I'll create a link for you in the description below where you can go and download this spreadsheet if that's going to help you with your tracking. So now let's get into the actual phase that I use, or the processes and steps I use by using Publisher Rocket. Now, if you haven't used Publisher Rocket, I'm going to bring it up right now. Publisher Rocket's $199. It's a one-off payment and you get lifetime access. They're continuing to update it all the time. So this is where you've got keyword search, competition analyzer, category search, Amazon ads, and other tutorials. You can, again, check out the description below. I've got a free course if you happen to use my link, a $197 course, that is, if you happen to use my link, which you get for free. Again, check out the details. But we're going to be using the keyword search category finder right here. But what I first want to do is go and jump on to Amazon just to get some initial keywords, which we can then run through Publisher Rocket to help with our keyword research. So let me go and jump onto the website right now. So there are a couple of ways that I generally approach this. You could go through the bestseller books and try and grab keywords and extract keywords that may be in fashion right now. But I tend to choose a specific category. Therefore, you can drill an inch wide and a mile deep. If you try and go a meter wide and a mile deep, what you tend to be doing is opening yourself up to so much more competition. You really need to consider your niche. So if I'm going to look into these books right here, let's go to education and teaching as an idea. So we can go to education and teaching. And then what we might try and do is go down to maybe schools and teaching. So we're going to try and drill down as far as we can initially with the categories, then have a look at what some of the keywords are that might be trending. And there are so many categories here we can choose from. So we keep going down. Let's go to, say, homeschooling. Again, we're going to keep drilling down. That's as deep as we can go at this point in time. There's no other categories under homeschooling that we can go to. So let's have a look at some of these main keywords. You can have a look at ABC coloring book. That is, we consider that a short tail keyword, but that is going to be so competitive. If we wrote that into Publisher Rocket, let's see what happens. So ABC coloring book, we go to keyword search, we go to ABC coloring book, and we go under books, Go Get 'em Rocket. It'll be significant, the number of books in this area. So it's quite a high competitive score. We keep going down. Let's tick these. Right, so we can potentially create a book that has more of an age-specific area on it. So this one, right, let's have a look. ABC colouring book for kids aged 3 to 5. So that's a long tail keyword. We could potentially check that out. So let's copy that. Let's reduce that. Let's go up to here and let's have a look and see what Amazon has. So initially we've got the ABC colouring book for kids aged 3 to 5. Then we've got with animals. So again, we're niching down a bit further. My first ABC colouring book, that's going to be quite competitive. Animals ABC colouring book and activity book for kids. So you could start to write some of those words down in your tracker. So that's what I would start to write in your tracker there. Then what I'm looking for, if we did the search, let's try, we might just, we'll copy that. We'll have a search, then we might check for the animals one. So we have a look here. We've got over 20,000 results so far. Too many. We need to reduce that down to 2,000 or so. Because if we look at these books here, there's plenty that are doing quite well, but I just feel there's far too many. And I think that might be the book there. Oh, that's a tracing workbook. So we go back up. Let's see if we can do the animals one. See if that's reducing it. So it's 9,000 results with animals. And that might be the book we saw before, ranked at 349. Then you can scroll down, you can have a look and see if there's other books that might be something that you'd like to do. Again, you might like to do high content books. This is not specific to no content books, low content books, mid content books, or high content books. You can use these techniques for any range of books. But what I'm trying to do is initially try and refine the search results down to around about 2,000. But what I'm also not wanting to do is create such a long tail keyword that, yes, it might get 2,000 results, 100 results, but it still needs to have results that people are searching for. For example, if I had ABC colouring book for kids aged 3 to 5, animals and farms, we start to get a longer tail keyword. We've only got 468 results. Now, does that mean that it's profitable? Probably not. It could be all right. Let's have a look at this within Publisher Rocket. So we're going to go for another search here, and we're going to type that full keyword in there. Let's see if there's any results. I only came up with one. Competitive score probably is going to be low, I'd suggest. 16. Not many searches, under 100 per month. So that's where I don't think you just be very careful with a long tail, too long a tail keyword. And if we will just sort of search this as well, it might have 468 results, but let's have a look and see how these are doing. So there's farm animals colouring book, 79,000. So maybe we try farm animals colouring book, and let's do that in the Rocket. Go Get 'em Rocket. So we wait for these results to come up, and we can click these and have a look. There's not many search results for these. They're all under 100. So you might have a relatively low competitive score, but who's searching for these books? That's where you've got to be very careful. Farm Animals Colouring Book. We can do a bit more of a search here and have a look at some extra information. So these are the books that are doing well within this particular niche. We can have a look at the monthly sales. We can see the number of pages. You can see the category as well, what they're in. Farm Animals Colouring Book for toddlers. So you could do some more research, having a look at the actual particular category and the insights. So we have a look at the insights, down, relatively steady. So this is the kind of thing I'm doing when I'm doing my niche research. I'm wanting to get a short tail keyword or a medium tail keyword where it's not so long that it reduces the results to where no one's searching for. Let's have another bit of a look on Amazon to see what else we can look at. And we've gone sort of off the track for our category, but that's okay. If we go to, let's go to another one. Let's go to sports and outdoors. Let's try. I don't know if softball's going to be really good in this, but let's have a look. We'll wait for this to come up. So we're just looking at composition notebooks as well, 180. We keep going down. Again, the rankings aren't great for softball books, but we could go for baseball, which might be a bit better. And we can have a look at the rankings with these as well. You can have a look at some of a lot of history books are here. There could be some children's books that you could do on baseball, say 3,000 results. And let's have a look and see what the results are here. That's obviously a Berenstain Bears book. 40,000, this one. Children's Finger Puppet Board Book for Babies. Well, that's interesting. We can't create board books on Amazon, but it could be an idea that you could look further into, seeing how they actually do this and put it together. Wow. Never knew that would be so popular. But that Children's Finger Puppet Board Book, be interesting if you could do something like that, but unfortunately we can't. But what I like to do is also explore different ideas that could be working. These are board books though, but you might also get an idea of the A+ content that these people are creating. So that's obviously a major publisher. So we keep going down. Again, I like to look at these ones here. Most amazing stories of all time for kids. That's 10,000. So if you were to do a little bit of research into different stories that have happened for kids, this has got 180 ratings. It is a 130-page book. It's ranked at 10,000 in books, 5 in children's youth sports books. We can have a look at the sample, breed sample. So we have a look at these, and we can scroll down, and you can see the books. Sorry, you can see the stories that are here and how they've come together. So if you spend some time to create a high content book of around about, how many pages was it? 130 pages. This book's ranked at 10,500. It's got 180 ratings. It's got some good reviews and information just here. And let's have a look when that was published. June 9, 2023. So just over a year old, and it's sitting at 10,000. If you want to write something about this as well, so maybe we just copy that. We go into Publisher Rocket. Let's have a look at this. And you want to write these keywords down in your tracker. We go to this search around, just here. So we click there and we click here. Let's see if there's any Amazon search results for this. Under 100, it's making average monthly earnings 1439. And if we have a look at the different books, obviously a similar person is doing all these. So Bradley Simon is doing the books about baseball, basketball, amazing sports stories of all time. You might be able to create your own series with a similar frame of mind with these, because these books are making, where are we? Further up, $3,500 per month, 3,317. So across those two, is making nearly $7,000 per month off these two books, which weren't published that long ago. So this one was 453 days ago, so a year and a bit. This one's published just over a year ago. Again, you need to check out these books. If this is within your range of creating, then this is how you do it. So you'd write down the most amazing stories or baseball stories. You might have a story about softball. You might have one about soccer. You could do one about NFL. These are amazing stories which could be created by you as a different, you'd have a different title to it, of course, but you could use some of these keywords within your title. So 20 inspirational tales from baseball history, 20 inspirational tales from basketball history. Here's a theme that's running all the time. So let's just do one last look at this as we go through. Baseball stories, the original baseball stories for kids. I don't know how that's ranked though at the moment. It's still showing up, 226,000. 64, the baseball book for boys. Everything you need to know about the history, rules, tips, and trivia about baseball. We've got inspirational stories, facts, and quizzes. So they seem to be quite popular, the inspirational baseball stories. There's inspiring baseball stories for kids. So they're popular. They're there. The most awesome baseball grit story ever told. Here's another one. So if we went to, I don't want to click on that one because it's sponsored. But if we keep going down further, here it is. So have a look at this one. This one is, it's got some really good A+ content. It was created in December 28, 2023, so it's around about 8 or 9 months old. You could have a look at the sample if you wanted to. You could read through it and have a bit of a look and see what they've done. The chapters there, so 8 chapters. If you spent 3 months writing this, you could create this book, and therefore you would have your own amazing, almost awesome story as well. We keep going down. It is a 123-page book. It's a 6x9, ranked at 69,000. Got 12 review ratings. You could create your book. So this is where you get your keywords. You can start to copy some of these titles. Look at what they've got in their descriptions. You can look at the inside samples. You could get some ideas from that information. You can look at the reviews, make sure that that's information that you wanted to search for as well. You can find out what they loved about the book. You can find out what they didn't quite like about the book. So I'm using Publisher Rocket to find these books. There might be different categories that these books are in. I'm looking at the selectable ones. We're looking at the insights of these books as well. This one's going down for this category at the moment. Let's have a look at books, sports, outdoors, fairly stagnant. And this one here, it's going up. So that one, books, sports and outdoors, children and youth sports, that's going up. And you can look at the different keywords: sports, outdoors, children, youth, baseball, basketball, football, soccer, tennis, swimming, hockey, athletics, gymnastics. So these are the main keywords that are being searched for these categories. These are good for giving you ideas about creating your own awesome stories about baseball, basketball, football, soccer, tennis, swimming, hockey. You can create your own awesome stories about that. So this is just one idea. After doing this video for 20 odd minutes, we've suddenly come up with a book idea. And what I then do is spend the next maybe week looking through the information, structuring out some book information, looking at the chapters, what's engaging about it, what do I need to do to create this book. Some people want to create a book in 2 days, and that's okay if it's a no content book or a very low content book. This one might take me 2 months to create. However, if I'm creating a book and over time it starts to generate $3,000 per month in income, that has been well worth the effort. So I hope this information has helped. Publisher Rocket really helps you to extract some of the information. Use the spreadsheet if you want to track some of the keywords you're looking for, and even some of the categories that are going well. So the children's and youth sports category is currently tracking up. So this category is significantly growing at a monthly rate of 8%. It's low competition. This category has a high variation, and it's shorter books than most, so shoppers may be looking for a quick read. That's great. You might have a short story of only 50 pages rather than 120 pages. Look into it further. Hopefully that helps you, and I look forward to providing some other key information for you. Just check out the description of this video if you want more information about Publisher Rocket and how to do keyword research and niche research as well. So until later, goodbye.